Welcome to the third episode of the National Flag series. In this series I'll be covering the history, symbolism and different designs of each national flag, going alphabetically from Afghanistan to Zimbabwe. For my list, I will use all nations as recognised by the UN, as well as a handful that are not. At the end of each instalment, I will give the flag a score out of 50. Let's begin the third episode, Algeria. The flag of Algeria is a relatively simple design, with a red crescent moon and star set upon a green and white bicolour field. In terms of the flag's symbolism, the central moon and star are seen across many Islamic countries in order to represent Islam. In the Algerian design, the red stands for the blood shed during their fight for colonial independence. Furthermore, the green of the left-hand bar also symbolises the Muslim faith. The white, on the other hand, is representative of peace. The emblem on the right was adopted in 1976 and the Arabic text around the outside reads, "The People's Democratic Republic of Algeria." The Berber kingdom of Tlemcen occupied much of what is today northwest Algeria, stretching into Morocco. The controlling Zayyanid dynasty chose to use a flag of a blue field with a central white crescent moon. However, in the period between 1338 and 1488, the colours were inverted and moon rotated. The Regency of Algiers was the central hub of the Ottoman-controlled area in the Maghreb, often known as Ottoman Algeria. Throughout its existence, the Regency of what is now the capital of Algeria had varying levels of autonomy. However, centralised control remained with the Ottomans. The unique alternating horizontal bands of yellow and red, while striking, didn't really last in terms of vexillological history of the region. However, it is undoubtedly the Ottoman influence in this period which contributed to the moon and star on the current flag. To the east and south of the Regency lay the kingdom of Beni Abbas. Although small in territory, their strategic position made the kingdom a hub of intellectual activity. The flag bears a striking similarity to that of the current of Mauritania. In 1830, the inevitable colonial invasion happened and France took control of the majority of West and North Africa, including all of what is today Algeria. Naturally, the colony flew the French flag as it did throughout its empire. The French language is still used today in certain schools and media, although it is inferior in official status to Arabic and Berber. Essentially a resistance movement opposing French occupation, the Emirate of Abdelkader lasted just 15 years. Its original capital was in the city of Mascara, however this was changed to Tagdemt after Mascara fell into French hands. The flag of the Emirate features prominently the green and white that continue to today, as well as the central yellow hand. The seal contained a Star of David, which is today more commonly recognised as a Jewish symbol thanks to the flag of Israel, however does represent Islam as well. As France used soldiers from their Algerian colony to fund the war effort, the sense of nationalism grew in the nation. This 1940 flag is similar to both the current modern-day design, in terms of its green and white background with red accent colour, and the previous Emirate of Mascara flag with its hand. In 1945, some Algerian nationalists were protesting French rule in Sétif when tensions rose between the French police and the Algerians, leading to the killing of roughly 100 French. France retaliated with the massacre of around 6,000 Algerians, leading to the beginning of the Algerian War. During the later part of the War for Independence, the Algerian National Liberation Front was the government in exile. They used a flag very similar to the modern design, but with a distinct shift towards the hoist. After the war ending in 1962 and Algeria became independent, the front was dissolved. Continuing since its adoption in 1962, the flag of Algeria is now, officially speaking, 60 years old and represents a country that has battled against hardships and oppression. Here are some of the other flag designs that exist in Algeria. It is interesting to see the naval jack design as it makes use of the colonial cliché of a smaller canton flag. This flag scores remarkably highly with an impressive 48 out of 50. The flag is about as simple as you can get with a plain background and not overly complex central motif. I have given the design an 8 out of 10 for meaningful symbolism. Perhaps this is too harsh, however I feel that the crescent moon and star possibly lacks originality. Of course, a straightforward 10 out of 10 for basic colours. The green, white and red work well together and have detailed meaning. The moon and star act to tie the nation into its Muslim neighbours, and the unique bicolour background makes for a different design. Finally then, there is no complex seals and no text of any kind, and so this flag becomes top of the leaderboard so far, with 4 full marks and 1 8. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the third episode of the National Flag series, Algeria. Next up will be Andorra. Oh, I don't know how to say that word.